Good Monday morning, y'all. Oh my God, my voice is terrible. This is ongoing. I think this is allergies. My nose gets really stuffy at night, and hey, I have to turn this back on. I love me some Doobie Powell. Anyway, y'all, my voice has been raggedy like this for about 2 weeks now. But it's allergy season, so I think that's what's going on. I'm also very tired this morning. My husband had to sing last night at a service called My Pastor Can Sing. So it was really good. It was longer than I thought it was gonna be. I don't think my husband is at the point of doing concerts anymore because he got up there and preached. I whispered to one of the members that came with us, and I said they're not going to invite him back because he got up there and preached. But, you know, God is good. You can't help it. You know, he got up and told his testimony about his healing from cancer. And you know what? I'm grateful. Every time we reflect back on the fact that he had cancer in the first place, and then the news of hearing that he has it, getting through that, and then getting through, you know, what that's gonna look like. Is he gonna come out of it? Worrying if he's gonna come out of it. Worrying how much cancer is there. Worrying about if it's traveled. There was so many areas and things that we just had to deal with because we didn't get an appointment right away for his surgery. They didn't really know how much was in there. They didn't know if it had traveled themselves. They assumed, but they didn't really know. Then, you know, there was the concern of, you know, them waiting so long that, you know, maybe by the time they get there, it had already traveled. We had no idea. Just so many things, so many different things to worry about during that whole process. Then finally getting the date of his surgery. Then it was like, okay, the day of the surgery, how long is it gonna take? Like, it took hours. And can I tell y'all, I don't think I ever told this part. Sitting in that lobby, I am such a punk. Why am I getting emotional? Sitting in that lobby, waiting for the surgery to be done, I kept hearing, you know, over the loudspeaker, Cold Blue. Can I tell y'all how scary that is? Like, I heard it at least twice. Cold Blue. And I'm sitting there wondering, my God, is that my husband? Please don't let that be my husband. God, please. I mean, I prayed the whole time I was sitting there. And I tried to bring work with me. I had my laptop with me. And I was sitting there wondering, like, oh my gosh, was that him? Jesus. And then they told me how long it was going to take, and now we're going past the time that it was supposed to take. My sister-in-law was calling me. Is he all right? What happened? I had to call her a few times. I think she came and sat with me. I don't remember. No, she came after the surgery. Calling her like, oh my God, it's still going on, and I'm not hearing anything, blah, blah, blah. All those worries, all those concerns. It was just a wild day. And then finally, I just walked up to the people and like, have you heard anything? I haven't heard anything. By the time I got to the desk, they came out to get me. He's fine, he's in recovery. That release of hearing that. And they said, we'll call you when it's time for you to come to the room once we get him in the room. So they told me what room he was going to be in before he got there. So by the time he got wheeled in on his gurney, I was already in there. He saw me, and when he saw me, he smiled. He was high as a kite, but he smiled at me, and that just made my day. Y'all, when you get married and they say your vows say in sickness and in health, like, you really don't know what that's gonna be like. You vow and you mean that commitment when you say that on day one of your wedding, but when it actually happens, you're just blown away, like, oh my gosh. And then your love is really tried, because you're now the only one capable of moving around. Like, my husband couldn't do anything for weeks on his own. I had to care for him, I had to care for the kids, I had to care for the church. I was there every Sunday trying to make sure the church was going smooth, because that's his heart. And I wanted to make sure the church was running smoothly, and there were days where I just went in there so tired. But I was in autopilot mode. Like, I don't remember sleeping all night during that time. I don't remember how I got through all of that. It's not about me, but when you're on the other side of that, you're just like, sheesh. When you say sickness and health, you just don't know what that means totally until you go through it. And then you wonder how many people leave their spouses when they get really sick. How many people leave their spouses when it comes to real sickness? How many people actually stick around to see them through that process? You wonder that, because marriages fall apart so easily these days. But I didn't get on here to talk about my marriage or my husband, but at that reflection, this time last year, we are in our Kojic district meeting this week. So we're at my brother-in-law's church every single night this week, Monday through Friday anyway. And I remember last year, this time, I had to preach in his stead. Oh, can I tell y'all? I mean, on top of having to care for him and care for my kids and care for my local church, there was also the jurisdictional stuff or district stuff that I had to do for my husband in his stead. So now, not only am I caring for everything, I had to sit down and write a message to preach. Y'all, it was just a lot. How did I get through that? I still don't really know how I got through that process. It was just a lot to do and a lot to carry. But I'm grateful to God that He got me through it. He got us through it. He got my household through it. He got my church through it. He got the membership through it, because I'm sure they were sick of me and they're like, bring him back, please, because we're tired of you talking. How we all got through that, I really don't know. But all I can say is, to God be the glory for the great things that He has done. Thank you for the great things He has done. And I want to say to you all today, when you make a commitment and you say, oh, this word keeps coming back to me, and it's just as simple as you want it to be, but the word yes keeps coming back to me. When you make a commitment and you say, I'm gonna be a part of this, I'm gonna say yes to it, you really don't know what that yes looks like. You really don't know what that yes is going to what's going to come after that yes. It's not up to you to figure that out. Do you want to make the commitment is the question. Do you want to commit your time? Do you want to commit your life? Do you want to commit your finances? Do you want to commit, all of this stuff? And if your answer is yes, that means you say yes to whatever accompanies what you're committing to. You say yes to your marriage. You say yes to God. Whatever your yes is, you commit to it. And guess what? You can't take it back if it doesn't look the way you want it to look. When you say yes, you gotta stick to it, even if it doesn't look the way you thought. You say yes, right? And you think, oh, you say yes to God, right? And you think that yes means preaching. That might not be what God wants you to do. But you said yes. And if he doesn't put you before men in the pulpit, doesn't mean you get to take it back. Stay committed to your yes. And whatever that looks like, be okay with what that looks like. Your yes might not get you any acknowledgement. It might not get you an acknowledgement over the pulpit from your pastor, your leader. Stop it. You don't know what that yes is going to look like. But it doesn't matter. You said yes. And you have to follow through with it. You can't keep taking it back. You can't keep saying, well, a yes with stipulations. You can't do that. I'll say yes, God, but this is what I want if I say yes. That's not how that goes. You say yes and you stick to it. Even the same with your marriages, with your relationships. You agree to be somebody's wife. You agree to be somebody's husband. It's your commitment. You have to stick to it. You agree to that. That means you have to accept whatever comes after that. It's a contract. It's a contract. You stick to it. You don't get to keep falling off. You don't get to keep saying, well, this is not going right. This is not going well. You have a whole list of things that you want God to do, and if he doesn't do it, and you're like, I'm taking my yes back. That's not how that works. When you commit, you stick to it. You hold on to that commitment. You don't get to let it go. Didn't mean to preach to y'all today. But I said yes to my husband 25 years ago. And I didn't know that entailed all of what's going on in our lives. But I'm determined to stick to it. So I want to encourage y'all to stick to it. Say yes and mean it. And don't worry about what comes after it. I gotta go. I love y'all.